Whenever I'm working with new potential fire candidates, two questions that come up often is, how do I become a firefighter and what steps do I need to take first? So without knowing their background or their life goals, I tend to tell them, hey, go get your EMT so you become eligible to test for a lot of the departments out there. And a follow-up question that comes up often is, hey, is EMT school hard? And to simply answer that question, EMT school is hard. It requires a lot of energy and effort on your part to be successful. But with the proper preparation, great work ethic, and good study habits, EMT school can become less difficult. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to search for an EMT program, what to expect through your EMT program, and how to be successful. So the first thing you want to do when pursuing an EMT program is you want to go online and Google search, EMT programs within your area. Find the appropriate link for yourself, review that program's qualifications and see if you qualify. And if you do, then enroll into the EMT program. So while you're in your EMT program, you're going to undergo a lot of different things. So one big thing is you're going to be in your book a lot, okay? It's filled with chapters and sections covering a whole cornucopia of things when it comes to the EMS field, from EMS operations, working with pediatric patients, geriatric patients, bariatric patients, adult patients, working with, trauma assessment, medical assessment stuff. You're going to be learning about all the body systems from your pulmonary, cardiac, whatever the case is. So you're really going to be heavy into your textbook. Some programs also come with a workbook that go hand in hand with the textbook. I know my program did, and we had to kind of make sure that we were reading our chapters and sections and filling out our workbook as well. Also, there's going to be quizzes that you're going to go through. So as you read through chapters and sections and you work on particular skills that your instructor puts you through, they're going to be computer-based or written-based quizzes that it's going to test your skills and your knowledge of what you've learned. So with those quizzes, there's also going to be tests. So you got like your midterm and your final and any other tests that they have for you when it comes to the written side of it. Just know that those are going to be graded heavily throughout your program. So a lot of what you're going to be going throughout your EMT program is going to be heavily influenced on your performance on those quizzes and tests. So make sure that you're very diligent about your preparation and your studying so you're successful through that. So I know there's a lot of programs out there that have a certain percentage cutoff in regards of your grades. So it's either a pass fail. So say their cutoff is 75% in the class. If you're at a 74, you can be, kicked out or fail the program. So be very diligent about your preparation and your studying. You're also going to be undergoing lectures. So your instructor is going to be up there, taking you through the chapters and sections and skills throughout your program, preparing you for the end result of passing the final exam, getting ready for your national registry, and so on. And for the most part, you're going to be broken into groups. So I know when I went through my EMT program at Sacramento State, we were broken into groups that we stayed with throughout the duration of our program. So within those groups, you're going to break into stations on days where you're working on specific skills. So say we're working on, CPR and AED use. We're going to break into our specific group and we're going to practice and train on that skill. And when it came to scenario-based situations within school, we actually utilize our group as like our engine company or our ambo company, and we work together to mitigate an emergency. And one of the biggest things that is going to take place throughout your EMT program is preparing you for the national registry. So in the national registry, there's a cognitive exam, which is your computer-based exam. Is like your written. You're going to be doing a lot of quizzes and tests like I talked about throughout your EMT program. So it's very similar to that. And then there's also a psychomotor, where it's an actual hand-on-hand skill. So going through your program, the psychomotor skills that are going to help prepare you for your NREMT, you're going to be covering topics of trauma assessment, medical assessment, your BVM ventilation of apneic adult patient, your O2 administration with a non-rebreather mask, spinal immobilization of a seated patient, spinal immobilization of a supine patient, bleeding control and shock management, cardiac arrest management, AED use, joint immobilization, and long bone immobilization. So utilize those videos that's on our YouTube channel so you can kind of start seeing what's expected of you, so you can start practicing those skills, preparing yourself for your National Registry psychomotor test. So another big component of your EMT program that you're going to have to undergo is vehiculars or clinicals, where depending on your specific EMT program and the affiliation they have with the surrounding agencies, you're going to actually have some time on an active unit. So for my EMT program, for instance, they actually utilize the ambulance companies within the area that we actually had to have a certain amount of hours or ride-along hours, and we had to have a certain amount of patient contacts to actually pass our EMT program. So what we would do is schedule some days to actually go ride and be in the field with active, EMS and first responders. So going out there, working on our skills we learned in school, working on taking vitals, and just being familiar with what's expected of us going into the field as an EMT. So all in all, there's a lot of different things I can cover in regards of, what's expected of you in an EMT program. But this is just a quick and concise version just to give you a visual so you can kind of see what lies ahead. So knowing that the EMT program is hard, let's cover some topics of, how can we make an EMT program less difficult? So the first being preparation. So the first thing you want to do is you want to research. So you being here watching this video is a great start. Make sure that you're researching your specific EMT program. See obviously what the qualifications are, see how their program is conducted, see their success, the success rate from past students. Are students successful, passing national registry and going on to get careers? If all that information is there, that's just going to help you make your decision on the EMT program you pursue. Be sure to utilize those resources on our website, firefighterambitions.com, and utilize our YouTube channel to help, prepare you for your EMT program. One of the strongest components of preparation that I truly need you to take to heart is you. How do you learn best? What are your study habits like? Do you have a specific study pattern or a way of studying that you utilize to be successful on your examinations? If not, get online and start utilizing some resources online to help teach you, different studying techniques and studying habits that can help you be successful through your examinations so you are successful through your EMT program. So with that being said, when it comes to work ethic and study habits, you really need to be diligent about the effort that you put in. So you truly want to do a great job of staying on top of your work because time is everything. And speaking of time, not all EMT programs are actually ran throughout the same duration. So for instance, there's EMT programs that last a semester long. There's EMT programs that are like mine that were 9-week accelerated. And there's also EMTs that are like 4 weeks and on in regards of, the fast-paced atmosphere. So you really need to do a great job of making sure that you have great time management skills and that you're staying on track with your work. One major thing that I truly need you to understand when it comes to work ethic, study habits, and the EMT program in general is there's going to be a lot of sacrifice that's going to have to be made. Depending on your life situation, I don't know if you're working or you're a student elsewhere, there's going to be a lot of different moving parts in your life. So just know that the social life that you have is going to change, okay? There's going to have to be some sacrifice there. So perfect example for me, when we would go to EMT school, it was twice a week and it was from 8 to 5. It was all day, okay? And we can only cover so much in school. So there was a lot of, at-home training that I actually had to conduct on my own and a lot of studying on my own. So when my friends were going out or my friends were, going to the gym and doing certain things, like there would be days where I would have to kind of just, pass and sit back and study and prepare myself, making sure that I was staying on track so I could be successful in EMT school. That's just a reality, okay? And depending on, how fast of a learner you are and, there are things clicking for you, you may have to, allocate some more time to your studying, your preparation, increasing how much you sacrifice within your life, okay? Obviously, there's a balance, but at the end of the day, your goal is to get through EMT school, to get your EMT, and then go on to take the National Registry and pass that so you can actually pursue a fire career. Before I conclude this video, I want to give you a strong bonus tip, okay? So a lot of the instructors that are going to be, conducting your EMT programs are going to be firefighters themselves or EMS representatives that actually work hand in hand with firefighters, okay? So knowing that, you really need to do a great job of being a great student and being a better teammate, okay? Really take that to heart, okay? Because reputation is everything. So say you're in there working your butt off, you got great grades, you're positive, you bring a lot of energy and excitement into class, and you're a great teammate, that instructor or that firefighter is going to see that and they're going to remember that. So you never know, you may be tested for that specific organization that firefighter works for, and they're going to be for sure in your corner because they've seen you, they've worked with you, okay? It's all about building that network. And not just with the firefighter or the instructors, but even your classmates, okay? There's a lot to gain when it comes to other candidates, okay? They may be stronger in an area that you're not as strong in and vice versa. So what you do is you feed off each other and build one another so you all can become successful and become undeniable candidates for the fire service or the EMS field in general. So really be diligent about how you conduct yourself in school, be a great student, be a better teammate, and build your network because it all starts there. All in all, I really hope this video helped you out. Remember, work hard out there, stay consistent, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good luck, future firefighter.